We got into a fight and she screamed, "You're not even half the man my last boyfriend was." Then she waited, arms crossed, expecting me to fight back. I didn't. I just grabbed my things and said, "Then go find him." I blocked her number that night. A few days later, she was in my driveway at 2 a.m. sobbing, "Please don't leave me like this." First, some background. I, 32M, met Megan, 29F, 3 years ago at a friend's house party. She was vibrant, quick-witted, and had this infectious laugh that could light up a room. I was immediately drawn to her. We hit it off that night, exchanged numbers, and soon started dating. The first year was amazing. We traveled together, met each other's families, and eventually moved in together. I genuinely thought she was the one. I was even planning on proposing on our upcoming trip to Maui that was scheduled for next month. I had already bought the ring and was hiding it in my desk drawer at work. But about 6 months ago, things started to change. It was subtle at first, just little comments here and there. She'd compare me to her ex, Jake, who she dated for 5 years before me. At first, it was innocuous stuff like, "Jake used to make this amazing pasta dish," or "Jake always knew how to fix things around the house." I didn't think much of it. We all have pasts, and her relationship with Jake was a significant part of hers. Over time, though, these comparisons became more frequent and more hurtful. Jake would have known what to say in that situation. Jake never would have forgotten our anniversary. I was one day late with her gift because of a work emergency, but I had planned something special for the weekend. Jake always kept himself in better shape. That one stung, especially since I'd been hitting the gym regularly and was in the best shape of my life. I tried talking to her about it multiple times. I explained how these comparisons made me feel inadequate and how I wanted our relationship to stand on its own, not in the shadow of her past. She would apologize, say she didn't realize she was doing it, and promise to stop. And things would improve for a week or two before the comparisons would start again. Despite this issue, I still loved her deeply. We had built a life together, shared an apartment, had a dog, a golden retriever named Max that we both adored, and had integrated into each other's friend groups and families. I was committed to making it work and believed we could get past this rough patch. Then came the fight that changed everything. It was a Friday night, and we had plans to go out to dinner with another couple, our close friends Ben and Sarah. I got caught up at work with a client crisis and was running late. I called Megan to let her know I'd be about 30 minutes behind schedule and that they should go ahead and get a table, and I'd meet them there. When I arrived at the restaurant, I could immediately tell something was off. Megan was cold, barely acknowledging my presence as I sat down. Ben and Sarah looked uncomfortable. I apologized for being late, explained the situation at work, and tried to move on with the evening. Dinner was tense. Megan kept making passive-aggressive comments, and I could feel my frustration building. Still, I didn't want to make a scene in front of our friends, so I tried to keep things light. After dinner, Ben and Sarah invited us back to their place for drinks, but Megan declined, saying she wasn't feeling well. As soon as we got in the car, she exploded. "I can't believe you embarrassed me like that. Making me wait at the restaurant, making up some excuse about work." I was taken aback. "I wasn't making anything up, Megan. I had a client emergency. I called you as soon as I knew I'd be late." "Oh, please. You're always putting work before me. Before us. Jake would never." I cut her off. "Can we please, for once, have a conversation about our relationship without bringing up Jake?" That seemed to fuel her anger even more. "Why? Does it bother you to know that I had someone before you who actually prioritized me? Who wouldn't leave me waiting at a restaurant like some pathetic, stood-up date? I was 30 minutes late, and I called ahead. That's hardly standing you up." We continued arguing as we made our way back to our apartment. By the time we got home, we were both seething. Max